Roll in the shoulders. So we want deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. All the way as much as we can. All the way around. Keep that going. You got to keep rolling the shoulders there. Four, three, two, one. Bring it the opposite direction. Again, big circles the whole way. Four, three, two, one. Okay, hands on the hips, feet shoulder apart, and we're just going to go around a circle. And you get to the front, change direction, bring it back. All the way around, all the way back. Okay, we're going 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, keep those feet there. We're going to drop the head, big circle the head. You get to the front, change direction, bring it back. All the way around, all the way back. So one more each direction. Okay, from there, let's bring the knees together. Bend the knees slightly again, little circle around, and all the way back. Make sure we're keeping our back straight as we do this. Four, 3, 2, 1. And then last one here, we're going out onto our toe and our ankles. Big circle around and all the way back. I'll go one more each direction. And then swap to the other side. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we're going to start by popping our hands front of our head. We're just going to push into our hands slightly to activate our neck muscles for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. You're going to press in. It's only about 30% pressure. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. It's going to go again for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. And one more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, we're going to bring our hand to our side. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to push the side. So stand up tall, shoulders back, and push our side into it, side of our head into our hand for 5, 3, 2, 1. You can rest. Going again, 5, 3, 2, 1, and rest. 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. And one more. 3, 2, 1. Take a little breather, going to soften the other side. So again, about 30% pressure, hand against head, pushing in ever so slightly for 5, 3, 2, 1, and rest. 3, 2, 1, rest. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Once more. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. We're going to bring the hands behind the head. This time we're going to push our head back into our hands. So push for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. And one more time. Push back into that hand. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. We're going to bring our hands up now to shoulder height. And we're going to twist one hand. So palms facing the ceiling, but we're twisting. Thumb comes around towards our face. And we'll twist up. And we're going to bring the other hand to twist the opposite direction. So twisting our thumb away from us, but we're also bringing our palm up to face ceiling as much as we can. Then we're going to change and change. So just moving as much as you can each time. We're focusing on working one arm one way, one arm the other. Nice little rotational exercise. Moving through the planes of movement that our shoulder doesn't do very often, but is meant to do. As much of a turn as you can. Again, we're focusing one arm's going one way, one's going the other, just to confuse you a little bit. Now 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop down, shake it out. We're going to do another round now. Get ready. Arms are coming up again. So rotate the opposite way this time. So the first hand you're going to go, the opposite hand is going to go thumb up and around. Actually, one's going the other way. I really don't know how to explain this, but basically starting on the opposite way you were starting the last time, and we're going to rotate again. So rotate and rotate just as much as you can. If you can't get the full rotation, don't worry. Just the aim is to get as much as you can here. Move through. So 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, let it go, shake it out. We're going to bring one arm across the body, hook in. Just make sure we're not on the elbow. So either side of the elbow, just pull in as close as you can. Just stretching out the back of the shoulder. If you can, bring it a little bit closer to you. If you can't, don't worry. And let it go, shake it out, bring it to the opposite side. Again, just in as close as you can. Four, 3, 2, 1, shake it out. Okay, we are going to bring our feet wider and shoulder apart. What we're going to do is going to lean out to one side and out to the other. We're just squeezing side to side, open up the inside of our hips here. Using your glutes to bring yourself over. Squeeze and push over into that opposite side. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, bring them in slightly. Still facing outwards. We're going to just come down and squat as low as we can. So into what's called a yoga squat. So if you can come fully down, do. If you can't, don't worry. But the aim is to keep your back straight. We're pushing our elbows in side our knees, pushing our knees out, and again, open up those hips, keeping our back straight. So we shouldn't be bent over. So whatever you are, your back should be straight. Even if you're up higher, don't worry. Pushing those knees out. We're going to hold that for 4, 3, 2, 1. From there, let's come down to our mat. So you should be lengthways on your mat like this, on the outside of our legs. So we're still working on stretching out the inside of the hips. So we should be leaning on our quad muscle, not our knee. And what we're going to do is make sure our back is straight again, and we're just going to rock back and forward. Just move as low as you can, as far as you can, and forward. Making sure there is a direct line from our knee to our ankle. Should be a straight line behind them. If you're leaning on your knees, you want to try and get right out onto that quad muscle, because we'll pressure on the joint if you're leaning on it. Whereas if you're on the quad, you're grand. See, I'm not even on the mat right now, but I'm leaning on the muscle, so it's okay. We're just rocking back as far as we can and forward. Four, 3, 2, and 1. From there, let's bring the knees in. So if you are lengthways on the mat, you can turn around. We're coming into our box position here. So we want straight line from our shoulder to our wrist and our hip to our knee. We're going to start with a few cat cows. So you're going to tuck the hips, drop the head, back comes up as high as we can, towards the ceiling, and back, and look up. Squeeze all the way up, and back, looking up. Squeeze those glutes, lift up. Drop our head, lift up so as we can. Make sure we're looking up each time as well. Make that head go heavy. Go 4, 3, 2, one last one. All the way up, dropping that head, and back. From there, we're going to lift one leg out at an angle with our knee bent. Try not to rotate our hips and hips as much as possible. We're doing, these are called fire hydrants. Just out as far as you can. Slow back. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Swap to the other side. Yeah, we're just going up as high as we can each time. Engaging those outer glute muscles. Make them do the work. We're not rotating to get higher, so if you can't get any higher, don't worry. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Let's sit back onto the heels for a second there. Pull the hands forward. And then move our rest for a second. Hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's bring it up. Okay, so from there, lift that back leg back. First off, we're just going to do a little calf stretch before we get going. So just pushing that heel as close to the ground as you can. We're not trying to bounce it, we're not trying to move, we're just gradually pushing it. Feel that little stretch. Feel if you can go a little bit further into that next little bit of a stretch. Don't force it. I'm going to do one more. Three, two, one. From there, let's lift that leg up, engaging your glute to lift up. And you're going to lift your leg out as close to your ear as you can, and back, out, and back. So we're using our hip muscles to move here. You'll probably feel this very quickly, but don't worry. The aim is to get the toe around as far as we can. Eight. We're going for 15. And keeping our core as tight as we can. One more. And bring it back. Okay, off the leg's going to go back now. And again, we're trying to push that heel just into that first stretch as much as we can. Now, if you can, push a bit further. Don't worry if you can't. Stay where you are. Again, we don't want to force that stretch. And again, if you can go a little further, do. Again, if you can't, don't worry. Now, we're going to lift that leg up using your glute muscle. And then what we're going to do is, again, we're going to reach out and bring it back as far as we can and back. Again, we're trying not to rotate or compensate into it. Using those small glute muscles, activating those hips, breathing through each one. You might find one side is harder than the other. That's okay. $13, $14, and $15. Okay, bring it back in. Again, we're just going to sit back onto the heels for a second. Pull forward. And we're going to come back up. Sit up onto the knees. We're going to bring one hand back, just stretching out our wrist a little bit. So pull your fingertips towards you. Keep your arm out straight. Pull it back down. And bring it back again. And once more, pull it back. Now shake that out. We're going to bring it to the other side. Put one hand back. Pulling it down. We'll pull it back again. Once more, pull it down. And shake them out there a little bit. Right, we're going to sit onto our bum. We're going to bring our legs out in front of us. Sit up tall, pull our core in, and we're going to inhale, and we exhale, we're going to fold towards our knees, aim and try and get our hands or wrists or elbows to the ground. We're looking to stretch out our spine here, not just stretch our hamstrings. You will feel a stretch in the back of the legs here, but the goal is to try and get ourselves closer to our knees, supposed to reach for our toes. So we're going to inhale, pull that core in nice and tight, exhale, just fold forward. Let your head go heavy, just drop. Said you'll feel a stretch in the back of the legs, that's fine, but we're trying to stretch out our spine here as well. So if you're holding your head up, you're not going to get that stretch. Every time you exhale, see if you can fall a little bit further. Again, letting that head go completely heavy. You feel stretch down the neck muscles, down the back. One more inhale, exhale, come back up slowly. Okay, from there, we're going to take one leg. You're going to bring one leg up, cross the foot outside the opposite knee. Now from here, you can either hug, or if you can get your elbow around, you can do that too. So you can either twist like this, or elbow in. So we're going to take a big inhale, exhale, twist around, and looking over the back shoulder. Up to you which one you're going for, and just go to where it's comfortable for you. Inhale, exhale, so you can walk a bit further. If you can't, don't worry. If you can, go a little bit further, do. I'm going to come all the way back around. From there, let's swap it over. Opposite leg goes in. Again, you can hug and twist, or if you can, get the elbow outside. Inhale, exhale, twist around, looking over the back shoulder. Inhale, exhale, go a little bit further. If you can, just stay where you are. And once more, you can go a little bit further, do. Inhale, exhale, come back around. Okay, from there, let's lie flat on our back. First thing you want to do is make sure our back's in contact with the mat. So we're going to pull your belly button through as if you're pulling through your spine through to, pulling your belly button through to the floor. So get our core engaged. We're going to lift our knees up at a 90-degree angle. And we're going to make sure that back isn't coming up. So that core is still engaged. You're going to push one foot out, bring it back in, opposite foot out, bring it back in. Again, we're keeping our back in contact with the mat the whole time, keeping that core engaged. If your back is rising, don't bring your foot out as far. So just get as far as you can without your back rising. So remember, really focus, keep that back in contact with the mat, keep that core engaged. If your core is braced, your back will stay in contact. If your core isn't, your back will come up. Four, three, two, and one. Bring your feet down. Extend them out fully. Again, keeping that back in contact mat. Nice tight core. You're going to lift one leg up to 90 degrees and back down, not letting that back come up off the floor. We're here to work our hip flexor. We also might find a stretch in the back of the hamstring, back of the leg. Don't worry if that happens. Bring it up as much as we can. Again, our back does not rise as we do this. Very important to keep these engaged. We're sitting down a lot. they can get very tight. So if we're working it here to actually move it a little bit, that's what we want. Three, two, and one. And back down. Okay. Again, keep that core nice and engaged. Going to move on to the opposite side. Going to lift up and lower. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower. Again, you might find you feel this in the hamstring, a little bit of a stretch, that's okay. Keep it going. And rest. Okay, let's bring the soles of our feet together. So soles of feet are together. We are going to bring, soles of feet together, and we're just going to lift up and slowly lower. Lift up, slowly lower. Exhale up, inhale down. So squeeze our glutes and lift it up, and then lower and back down again. Push those feet together, squeeze up and lower. Two. And next one, I'm going to hold it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's bring it back down. We're going to plant our feet, knees are elevated. You're going to bring one knee and stack it on top of the opposite leg and just lift up, hands through the knees and just pull in towards you. Stretching out our glutes a little bit into our figure 4. Just relaxing there. If you want, you can extend your leg up, bring a hamstring stretch into it a little bit as well. We're just holding that there. Three, 2, 1. Let it down. We're going to swap to the opposite side. Opposite leg again. Lifting up, hands in between. And kind of extend the foot up. It's up to yourself if you want to go for that and add in the stretch. If you don't worry. Pushing that knee away from your body as well. Bent knee. 3, 2, 1. Let it down. Okay, guys, we're going to come over onto our knees here. So we're going to come over onto our knees. We're going to get one leg forward, one leg back. We're going to squeeze slightly forward here. Bring that knee over the toe as much as you can and bring it back again. Pushing that leg forward, come back up. Forward and back up. Opening up the front of that leg, open up our hip flexor muscle. Right through. On your next one, we're just going to push it so we get that nice point of tension. We're just going to hold it there. Keep our upper body up tall. Four, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. Go soft to the opposite side. Then we're going to squeeze that glute. Lean ourselves slightly forward. Keeping our upper body up tall. So we're squeezing our glute forward and back. As far as you can, all the way back. Four, 3, and our next one we're going to hold into that. 2. And last one here, we're going to push down and hold into that. Four, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back, stepping up. Going to interlock our fingers behind our back, lift up as high as we can, stick our chest forward and keep our head up. So open up that chest. Interlock our fingers, push it out, drop our head. Turn around. Oh, you don't have to turn around. Lift it up, press up towards the ceiling as high as we can. Bring it right up towards the ceiling. Lean over to one side. Back to center. Out to the other side. Get a good stretch down that side. Back to center. Let it go. And you're done, guys. Well done.